Welcome back to the studio. It's time now for things to heat up, and it's a Grade 3, the first of the three features. It's the Lonsdale Stirrup Cup over 2,400 metres. It's a handicap where there are no allowances. Let's go straight into the package. It's an interesting one and an exciting one. We talked to Vaughan Marshall, Trevor Brown, who is the assistant trainer to Candice Bass-Robinson, Dean Kannemeyer, Warren Kennedy, and Justin Snaith. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this package we have for you.
Yeah, you know, he ran a very, very good race over a distance slightly short of his best. And he's come on a lot since then. Well drawn, and with Sean's been riding him every morning. And he's very, very happy with him. So I think he'll be competitive.
Holy Warrior, yes, he's in the Lonsdale. He had a comeback run last week on the Poly over 19. He ran a very good race, a muddled race, but ran a good race fourth. He's come out of it very well. Thrown in the deep end at off 87, so he's got his work cut out for him, but he's very well happy with his work.
Yeah, Favour, he's a real genuine Geldinger and never runs a bad race. The other day was quite a tough task with 61 kilograms on his back. I think with a lightweight on and over 2.4, you can never leave him out.
Shelder's a good horse. He goes into this Lonsdale, 2,400 metres. Comes into the handy galloping weight. We're teaming up with Diego de Guava again. He's ridden a lot of winners for me. But if one looks at the race, it's much weaker than his last race. But where Ryan Munger rode him for us. And Ryan Munger got forced and said, please put this horse over ground. We've had a few people say put the horse over ground. He's run very well over 2,200. The Zoffanies get a trip. And he's a big, strong galloper. I would include him in everything.
Yeah, marching on together, I think if I'm not mistaken, he won this race last year. And these old horses have a knack of finding their form in these sort of races. So, look, he's a really competitive horse. He does try his best. His last run he did need slightly. Hence he moved up pretty well and faded the last bit. But look, it was also quite a competitive field. It was the Betting World 1900, so it was no joke field. Yeah, he's a really nice horse. He's done really well. And he's feeling really good. So if he's at his best, he's a different horse for contention. Yeah, he could come up and win a race like this.
Silver Host is, in my opinion, the best stayer in South Africa, hands down, and I'm looking forward to hopefully proving it this season. Unfortunately, he's got a very wide draw. He's going to have to come from a long way back. And I think a horse like Black Nap will be the danger in this race. So definitely put him into your perms. You know, him, Bayberry as well. Also drawn a little bit wide, but we'll go a little bit positive on him. With a jockey like Shimanga Khumalo, I think he'll run a big race too. So, very open event, purely because of the draws. Had Silver Host been drawn well, I would have thought he would have been extremely hard to beat. So, I think between those three horses are, for me, the ones that are the dangers in this race.
Well, a very competitive event, but one of my better bets on the card comes up here in the form of number 4, Black Nap. I was encouraged with the comments from Vaughan Marshall. You have a look at Black Nap's overall form, Graham. There's Nexus, ran second to Nexus, close up to Katak, beaten Bayberry. Last run, which was in the Sledgehammer at Hollywood Bet Scottsville, second to Crown Towers, 54, lovely galloping weight, and certainly a neat draw. I know it is 2-4, but it's a neat draw is a neat draw. For me, he sets the standard. I know it's been 245 days since he's last won, but I do respect and I do quite like Black Nap, and I like him quite strongly.
I'm also in the camp of number 4, Black Nap, but it is a tough race. We heard from Warren Kennedy that Marching On Together won this race last year and he could bounce back. I take what Justin Snaith said, obviously healthy respect, both these horses drawn wide, but over 2,400 metres with just a little bit of luck in running, you should get into the fray. Silver Host is the favourite at 3-1, but we heard him earlier describing Simply Complicated as his best runner on the day, so neither of these two runners fit that bill, although very competitive. Silver Host obviously has got the Gold Cup in mind in order for Justin to prove to everybody that he is the best stayer in the country and to win the Equistayers Award. So he's revving up his engines. 15 Bayberry, certainly also very competitive, but it doesn't stop there. Chrome Yellow has got to have a chance. St. Philip has been a revelation over this distance in his last 2 starts. He's got another lightweight to carry. He won the Highland Night Cup and then followed that up with another victory. Takes on stronger here, admittedly. Matterhorn. What has Matterhorn done wrong? Wonderful run in the World Sports Betting 1900 behind She's a Keeper, and very much at home over 2,400 metres. Black Nap, like you, is my first choice, but there are a few with chances, Warren.
There's one that we haven't touched on that I think we must before we wrap this race. Number 9, Favour. Maybe you did when you listed the other dangers, but Dean Kanemaer's horse for the Gabers certainly got to be respected. Yeah, 61 kgs last time, 5 lengths off Lion's Head, 53 kgs, Keegan DeMello back in the irons. I think that this horse, when he turns on his jets, he can go with the best of them.
And not forgetting about number 2, Merlin from Berlin, because he has pretty decent form over this kind of a trip. So Merlin from Berlin, if you're going wide with Muzieni up in 52 kilograms on your back, if you're going to go wide, then put both Nady Cotton's runners in, Merlin from Berlin, and pay back the money. They have the ability to rise to the occasion in this sort of a race.
They certainly do. But you can see by our comments and our thoughts, it's either Black Nap or a heck of a lot more. We're in the camp of Vaughan Marshall's horse, Black Nap.